So I suppose it's kind of the right time to speak about the old Menti H around Mental Health Awareness Week, because after all, it is a massive part of people's lives and also a huge part of things that I teach, especially regarding like fitness and confidence and everything that I really try and instill upon people. And before I go forward, this isn't going to be me telling people how they should be getting through their mental health issues. After all, a lot of mental health issues stem from something which is nothing to do with fitness. It actually stems from trauma or personal experiences and things which I genuinely have no control over. So I'm not going to be standing here and telling you, if you do this, your mental health issues will be eradicated. I'm going to talk about it based on my experiences with it, on the people that I've helped through it in the past, because without sucking my own dick, I have got a decent track record of helping people in the past who have experienced mental health issues. Additionally, I have family members that have struggled from it. I have very close friends that have struggled with it as well. I currently have really close friends who struggle with it. So based on my experiences and based on the things that I've helped people live and gone through myself, is that mental health at the moment gets treated as a separate entity to physical health. It gets treated completely differently. So for example, when people experience mental health issues, some people just say, have you tried being happy? Or have you tried going outside for a walk? Or have you tried exercising? And shit like that. And it really, really pisses me off, because imagine if we said this about physical health or physical issues. Imagine if someone broke a leg and somebody said to them, oh, have you tried going outside for a walk? Or somebody's struck down with the flu and somebody says, oh, have you tried being healthy? Have you tried feeling better? It really gets on my nerves, because they think that mental health is kind of like this different entity completely, and the symptoms in which are prevalent throughout mental health issues are ignored, and people tell them to do things which they obviously can't do. I know people who are struck with depression and anxiety who genuinely can only just make it through one whole work day. Obviously, they are not in a position where they can go to the gym or go for a walk if their mental health is weighing them down so much they couldn't think of anything better than just collapsing in bed. So telling them to go for a walk is kind of like telling someone with a broken leg to go for a walk. It won't happen. So the best kind of response we can take is a palliative one that targets the symptoms rather than a curative one that targets the core of it. So I'm going to relate this to fitness. If you go into the gym and you cannot squat 200 kilograms, what would you do? You try and squat 100 kilograms. What if you cannot do that? You'd squat a goblet squat, like a 12 kilogram goblet squat. What if you couldn't do that? You try out a bodyweight squat. If you couldn't do that, you try out a box squat. If you couldn't do that, you'd start to build up your strength with a leg press until you can feel confident enough and strong enough to actually do a bodyweight squat onto a box. What I'm trying to get at is, if there is something you cannot do, then stop focusing on what you can't do and instead start focusing on what you can do. Start focusing on your reps, your sets, and your form. And I mean this from a mental health perspective. And what I mean by that is, do something which you can do and which genuinely does help with the symptoms. For example, if being in bed and reading a book genuinely does help with your mental health, then continue to do it. If being with family genuinely does help with your mental health, then continue to do it. If inviting your friend around for a cinema date or just doing stuff with somebody else makes you feel good about your mental health, do it. Any kind of self-care which genuinely makes you feel better, even the slightest bit, than what you are now, is success, it's progress. So you're finding something which you can do, which is a little bit better than where you are now. In much the same way as knowing that you can do a box squat, what you do is you focus on doing that box squat, and you'd focus on doing it consecutively and consistently, so much so that you are doing your reps, and then you'd adopt progressive overload. So progressive overload is simply the notion of gradually progressing something that you're doing in the gym in order to cause your body to adapt. So doing 10 kilogram goblet squat, and then the next time you're going in, do 12 kilogram goblet squat for a couple less reps. The next time you go in, do 12 kilogram goblet squat for the same amount of reps as what you're doing for the 10 kilogram goblet squat. That's progressive overload, because it forces your body to adapt, build muscle, build strength, and therefore tone up, and you get the idea. And this is exactly what you can do in order to target the symptoms to whatever it is that you are struggling with. Find something you can do and continue to do it, and then try and do a little bit more, maybe, if you can, and then do it a little bit more and increase the reps in which you do it for. So start progressing it. Again, this is not a surefire cure. This is not a universally agreed treatment to what it is that you're going to. This is just me giving you advice based on what I've dealt with in the past. This is anecdotal evidence, not empirical. Because if I were to come up to you and give you empirical data, the empirical data suggests that increasing your activity does combat depression. But you are not robots, you are human beings, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but you shouldn't really listen to the science when it comes to this kind of shit. Instead, I'm giving you anecdotal evidence. So anecdotal evidence are things that I've dealt with in the past, the experience of helping people with mental health issues. So do something that you can do and progress it from there in your own time, slightly a little bit more every week. And I get that it's going to be really, really difficult. I get that it's going to be really, really hard, especially when you've got a cloud over your head, raining on you, making you feel like shit. But much like the gym, and much like improving your body and transforming your body and building muscle and building your glutes and building your biceps, etc., if you do something that you are capable of, but then also challenge yourself to do something a little bit more so, and then continue to progress it a little bit, like by a little bit, by a little bit, by a little bit, by a little bit, each week or even each month, you are gradually going to progress and you're gradually going to feel a little bit better, even if the core of your mental health issues has not been solved. The symptoms will improve. I've got to say, if you are a friend or family member of somebody that's watching, be there for them. Don't be a cunt. Be there for them. Once again, I'm going to relate it to physical illness. If somebody's in the hospital suffering with a broken leg, or if you're caring for somebody who is really, really ill, you wouldn't make them feel shit. You would be there for them, you'd treat them, you'd support them, you'd help them through what it is they're doing. If they have like a physical issue and it's really bad, you probably would help them get changed. If somebody's broken their leg, you'd help drive them to places that they want to be. If someone's experiencing an illness such as the flu or the cold, then you probably deliver things to them that they want, get them medicine, bring them their tea. You care for them. So treat your friend or your family member's mental illness exactly how you treat a physical illness. Be there for them. Offer them the support if they want it. Offer them a way to get out of the current pit that they're in. Because trust me, just being there for them, being a shoulder to cry on, or just offering a hand or offering a brew, or just being there for them, it means more than you'll ever realise. And I don't want to be really ignorant in saying that, but based on, as I said once again, experiences and what people have said and what I've dealt with in the past, it means so much. So be there for them as much as what they would if they had a physical issue or an illness or a broken leg. Don't force them to do something which they ultimately can't do. Help them with these things that they can't currently do, but also give them the opportunity to do things which they can do and which they feel comfortable doing. But the main thing is just be there for them. Don't be a bellend. Don't ignore them in their time of need. Be there for them because they are going through the wars at the moment. Trust me. But yeah, I hope this video has helped. I hope it's helped people who are currently suffering from mental health issues, who are currently watching this. And I hope it's helped people who are friends and family members of people with mental health issues. Help them, give them the support and the care that they need whilst they're going through this shit show that they're going through. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to give it a like. Comment below what you think. Comment below if you think that I'm wrong. Comment below if you think that I'm right. Or comment below if you just got anything that you want to ask. Because I'd be more than happy to have a look at it and discuss everything with you. At the end of the day, I'm open to learning, but I'm also open to giving advice as well. Subscribe to this video for the next one. Or alternatively, follow my Instagram if you want any more free fat loss, mental health, confidence-based advice, which is, as always, no bullshit. @k.p_health. Peace.